Right, I'm going to combine one of my litter picking walks with a walk through the park here, just to see if we can see anything. This guy, as I was saying in my videos yesterday, people are leaving pallets of water for hikers that are out looking for him. This is a big area. This is Nose Hill Park. This is 17 kilometres all the way round. It's a long way round here, so I'm going to combine this with a litter picking walk and see what else I can find here. So this is Nose Hill. Nice to see lots of posters up and about. Thank you very much, people. Right, so this is Nose Hill. This is where I am, up here in this corner. This is 17 kilometres all the way round. It is a long walk, so I'm going to head up through and see what I can find. This area has been searched so many times it's not funny, but hey, one more pair of eyes might just be all it needs. So okay, so I'm going to head dead north first, I think. Let's head dead north. I'm going to see if I can do the complete loop. It's about 17k round by the road, but I'm going to head up through this way and see what I can find. Right, extra pair of eyes. I know it's been searched 100 times, but well, this is 101, so yeah. I've been up around all the side streets and that around here. I'm not sure how accurate the information is, but somebody told me that it's families from Edgemont. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't know, because as always there's a bunch of idiots out there putting out false information. Wheedle through it. I'm still convinced that he's somewhere not too far away from where he was originally, which is over that side. If you look right in the distance, see the haze in the distance, see this hill? That's how big this hill is. Yeah, this is a huge space. So I will start there at the top of Shaganapie in Edgemont and head this way, down across there, up across the far side and all the way around. It's going to be a long day and it's hot, so this is why I have extra water with me. And it's very nice to see that people are putting out water and that for people out doing this, so that's great. Right, I'm going to head up there and then round to the right. Right, I'm going to do a 360 here to give you an idea of how big this space is. Yeah, so that's where I parked over there. That's Shaganapie in Edgemont. I'm combining this with a litter pick. This is not a specific search for this young man, although I am keeping my eyes open every opportunity I have. It's mainly a litter pick, as I pick up garbage as I go around. But I'm going to check all of these areas. Now I don't know whether it's accurate that he's from Edgemont or whatever. I haven't been able to verify that, so don't quote me on that. But this gives you an idea of the scale of this place. It is huge, absolutely huge. The city is up over that way. Once I get around the far side of the park, I'll show you where the city is. This is one of the largest urban parks in the whole of North America, I think. It's 17 kilometres all the way around. I do know that because I have walked right around it in the past. Yeah. Right, there's some garbage there. I'm just going to pick that up. This is all the early morning traffic all heading to work. So I am going to, where's going to be my best route? Down over that way, I think. Down over that way, down through that valley, through the bottom there, up along the bottom of the valley, over along that skyline you see in the distance, and then all the way back round. Right, I will get on with that. Let's pick up this garbage and get on my way. I keep seeing what I think are quad tracks, so I think they have had the quads up through this area because it's pretty much the only way you can cover this area. It is vast, and it is also full of mosquitoes. And I did remember to bring my bug spray today. Yay. Yeah, we're going to head down this way. I know there's a pathway goes down through these trees here somewhere. If nothing else, I'm finding some garbage, which is the main purpose for this trip today, is just to do a litter picking walk. Again, I was going to head out to the mountains, but I thought anybody that knows me will know that my second home is out in the mountains. I'm always out there, but I can go to the mountains anytime. Extra pair of eyes walking around the city is not a bad idea, especially when I keep finding garbage. So we'll get that off the trail. Do two things at the same time then. It'll help keep the trails clean, and I can be an extra pair of eyes looking for this guy. Tell you what, I'm actually finding more garbage on here than I anticipated I would, that's for sure. Yeah. Right, let's get that off of there. Yes. Right, let's head down this way. The only problem with this trail is you cannot stop long. If you stop long, the mosquitoes will eat you alive. Yeah. This long grass is not fun. So let's head down through this way, and I'll do some more in a bit. A lot of this park looks like this. At the moment, I can tell you it's absolute mosquito heaven up in here. Getting bitten senseless. Anyway, small price to pay. Yeah. Yeah, mosquitoes are having a field day with me down through this big. Which is why I'm not hanging around. I'm keeping a close eye look out. It looks like they have had a quad down through here, so that is good. But that was probably days ago, so it doesn't hurt to have an extra pair of eyes today. Loads of deer nests. I keep seeing deer nests in here where they spend the night. So it's, anybody that knows me will know I'm pretty good at this outdoor stuff, so I tend to spot everything. Yeah, that's the other reason that I'm doing this bit today. I do not believe that he would come up through this way. I believe he'd probably be more comfortable on the sidewalks and that. So, but you never know. So let's eliminate this one again. Right, I'm gonna go down that way. Right, heading down along the perimeter here. This whole area is surrounded by houses, so they have a good view of anybody walking up and down the trail, so that is good. Anybody using these trails should be seen quite clearly from these houses up here. Right, I'm going to swing around the valley, around to my right at the bottom here, and head east basically. Right, oh, another bit of garbage, let me grab that. So I've just come down that valley, very unpleasant in the tall grass, but a trick that you can do if you just grab a little branch like this and just hang it over your shoulder with the leaves moving around in it, keeps the mosquitoes off your back. Old trick, works well. Trouble is down through there, there's so much deer trail down through there, there's track everywhere in there, literally everywhere. Down through there, this is the pond, this would be on the north end. There's a set of steps go up there to the roads. This is the north end. I'm not going to search up there because there's a million houses up there. It's a million houses with a million windows, hopefully a million pairs of eyes looking. Just at the top there is the what's that? Now I've got a dilemma. Do I continue down through that way, or do I head up around the road? Because the road is just up here. Let me just head up there a second. I see something up there. What is that? Let me just go check. Back in a moment. Okay, just found a bench. I could see some colours in that up through the bush there. It didn't. The grass is so tall. Couldn't see really what that was. Right. So I've come that way down that valley. I think I'm going to cut across over there through that wooded area somewhere and head that way. Get off mosquitoes. I can tell you now, mosquitoes are absolutely brutal. So head up this way. This is the top of the park. As you can see, we have, so I'm now around at this top piece. I started here, I'm now up there. So right, and more Parker posters, thank you. Thanks for putting those up, much appreciated. Right, so I'm going to head across down through that way, I think, because this is all fronted by houses, and there's lots and lots of people around here walking their dogs and stuff, so that area is already getting looked at. So trouble is with this young, and apparently he can walk a very long way. Yeah. So fortunately, so can I. So let's yeah. Now, you always try to put yourself in the mind of the person you're looking for, and unfortunately, I don't know enough about this guy to build up a good picture. But I do know there's houses all the way down along here, and about half of those have got cameras, so if you'd have come up this way they'd have them on camera. So I am going to cut down through there. I do not believe that that's where we'll find them, however it's worth a look. So I will cut down through here, down through the forest over that way somewhere, and down along through the trees over there. I'm just get myself psyched up for the next 9 million mosquitoes. Down through here, this is a little pond at the top that's there sometimes and other times not. I'm surprised it's still got water in it actually. Quite often this time of the year it doesn't. So, yeah. So I have my mosquito brush with me. Yeah. If I have my hat on, what I'll do is I'll grab some long bits of grass. It's time for the back of my hat. And head on where that lady's just come out of the bush there and head that way. So that lady just come out through the trees over there with 2 dogs. She said she didn't see anything down through there, so I will go a different route. I will follow the gravel up around this way for a bit. Yeah. Certainly easier walking on this gravel than through the long grass, that is for sure. So I'll go this way. Head down here. Like I said, Nose Hill is huge, it's absolutely enormous. Yeah. Right, let me head down there. This is actually the easiest route through here. Yeah. Most people would always take the easiest route through anyway, so it would make sense if anybody walked up through here to take this route rather than that route. There's so much deer track in there, look at it. Everywhere I look, all I can see is deer track, deer track, deer track, deer track, deer track. It's an absolute nightmare to track a deer down in here though, I can tell you now. It's, there's so many of them up in here, there's literally thousands of track everywhere. Yeah, right, on I go. Right, so I'm up along the northern edge here. So there is a large culvert here, there's no foot track in there at all, not that I can see. It's, can't see nothing in there. And this is the pathway to here is well trodden down at the moment. What I can see in there is some stuff that I'm not going to crawl through. I see some syringes in there. I will report that to 311. They can come and take a look at that. There's definitely some syringes in there, so I'm not crawling through that. So, yep. Right. This is a well trodden path down through here. So, not the only person to have checked that one. So I'm going to head on that way, which is east. See what I can find up there. Just come up onto the road area here because I know that culvert that I was just looking at cuts across to the other side here. So again, this is all overlooked by so many houses. Yeah, that culvert comes out over there. But, yeah, there's so many houses here and it overlooks everything. So I think we're good on that side. Right, let me get back across the park over this side. Yeah. Yes, I head down here to the corner and I can head straight up the top end corner, like the bit of northeast corner of Nose Hill Park, and see what I can find there. So just down across that pathway, there's a bin there, so I can empty my bin. I am now, where am I? Okay, went there, yeah, okay, I'm up here. So I started up here, gone down there, and I still have all this to go yet, so yeah. Right, so I'm on the corner of 14th Street, this is 14th Street Northwest, so I'm going to head straight up the hill. I'm just going to empty this bin, but not doing too bad for garbage. Just going to empty this bin and head straight up the hill that way. Right, so that's 14th Street down there. I know that area's been searched very well. I will continue up along here. I've come up a little bit higher, and the reason I've done that is A, this is not a path that's walked very well. I found a cigarette end. Yeah. Cannot believe I just stopped and found a cigarette end. Right, so I'm going to go along to this parking lot. There's a parking lot just up here, and then I'm going to head up the valley up into the top of the hill, which is up over that way. Yeah, I get a better view from up here, and the other thing I get from up here, you can probably hear it, is the wind, and the wind means less mosquitoes. That has to be a good thing. Right, I'm going to head that way down to the next parking lot and then head up on top of the hills there somewhere. Right, I'm round at what I believe is called Barclay Gate parking lot. That's over there, so just come that way. So I'm going to head along round to the rocks, as I call them, on top of the hill next. Head up that way, see what I can find. So I'm going to continue heading on up this way. Everybody I've spoke to today, other than one couple, were fully aware of looking out for the missing kid there, and I saw a couple coming up on bikes, so I said keep your eyes open for a kid who's missing. They didn't even know he was missing. So here we are 5 days later, and there are still people in the city that didn't even know this little boy's missing. So they do now. Told them to keep an eye out. So who knows? But it just shows you, doesn't it? Even with all the news and the media and everything else, those guys didn't know that he was missing. But you'd only know if you watch the news. I try not to watch the news. Yeah, very much news in it, I can tell you. Most of it's garbage. So either way, right. So I just talked to a dog walker that came up through the bottom of that valley. They didn't see nothing down through there. I can't go over the top of that hill at the moment because that's where the goats are. They got the whole area closed off. What they do is to control the weeds up in there. They bring up big herds of goats. Literally hundreds and hundreds of goats, and you want to see how quickly those guys get rid of the weeds. Yeah, they do it all over the city, put in these massive goat herds, and it works absolute wonders. Yeah. So, right, this gives you an idea of how big this park is. This is Calgary. This is in Calgary. This is within the city. This is not out in the middle of bloody nowhere. This is in the city of Calgary. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, it's like 17 kilometers all the way around, and you can walk around here all day, not bump into the same person twice. Yeah, up over the top of there is where I want to be. So if I see a pathway, I suspect in these trees up here, there's a pathway that cuts across, if my memory serves me correctly. I haven't walked these paths this side for bloody years. Yeah. So I will head up to the top. Guy I was talking to just now, he only wanted to go as far as the benches. Yeah. He was a soccer fan, and he started talking about the British guys who do soccer, and he knows somebody that I know. It shows you a small world, doesn't it, eh? Right, let me continue up this way, see if I can find any more garbage. This gives you an idea of how far human voice travels. Right up on the skyline over there, if you look, you'll see those cyclists just going over the top of there. Yeah, I can actually hear them talking to each other because the wind's coming this way. So that's how far. See those bikes up there on the skyline? Yeah, human voice travels that far. Yeah, apparently there's a group of guys up here on bikes looking for this young guy as well, so that is excellent to see. Well done. They can travel a lot faster than I can, and cover way more distance than I can. But my main purpose today was to get out for a walk, pick up some garbage, and be an extra pair of eyes. Yeah, those guys are up along the top there, look at that. But I can actually hear them talking to each other. Yeah. Found some garbage, the inevitable dog crap bags. People put their dog crap in bags and then throw the bag in the bush. Don't do that, people. Yeah, it's really annoying. Yeah, there's a nice hawk down there hunting, but I can't. I don't think this camera will do it justice. Right, I'm going to head on up that way. Right, just stopped at one of the benches. Going to clean up around here. Even up here, you find cigarette ends. People get up the top of the hill, I guess, and they need to have a puff on a cigarette because they're puffed out. So they have a cigarette, and then they wonder why they're puffed out. Just stopped there, I just found 2 bits of garbage. Look at that. Yeah, if I hadn't stopped there, I wouldn't have found those bits. Right, they can go in the bucket. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Right, so these guys on the bikes that were up the other side, they're now up the other side away from me. They're over there now. They're doing as many of the bike paths up here as they can. Obviously they can cover way more distance than I can. Here comes somebody else on a bike down this way. Yeah. The only problem with travelling on a bike is you're travelling fast, and you may travel past a track, like deer track I can spot. Human track is different. But yeah, you go past something that may be blatantly obvious to me, but on a bike you're not going to notice. Right, I will continue up the top of the hill that way. Just bumped into a guy down there, a guy called Dale, and he used to be a tree planter. We were talking about trees like you do. You get a squirrel moment, start talking about trees, and he'd planted 200,000 trees over his planting career. That's a lot. I've only done a few thousand tops, you know. I used to grow my own trees and that in England, and my buddy would give me whips and what have you, and we'd go out and plant them. But he planted 200,000 trees. He used to work for forestry. Nice, nicely done. Yeah, that's a lot of bloody trees. Yeah, well, he said he spent his entire career planting them, so not at all surprised. That is a lot of trees. Yeah, so spoke to a lot of people all down along here up through the valley. They just had the bike people come through, and I was talking to them, and apparently they have done a complete search of that side of the hill. So I'm going to get up to the top of this hill and have a look, see where I am and see which way I want to go. The cloud's starting to build a little bit, and they did say we might get thunderstorms later, so top of this hill is not somewhere you want to be in a thunderstorm. So I'm going to go that way. Right, so I'm on the top of Nose Hill. Yeah, I've walked approximately 1/3 of Nose Hill, and where I'm parked is way the hell off over there. You see that big tower over there? I'm parked over near there. So yeah, they've got details all up in here at the moment because of the goats and what have you. So yeah, the goats are that way. So I just bumped into a whole bunch of guys on bicycles and what have you, and they've just over there again, they've searched all of that. As I was saying earlier in the video, you can search a lot more of this on a bike than I can by walking. The way over there on the horizon, I don't know if you can see it, there's a tower thing over there, like a white tower thing. That's the Eddie the Eagle Tower from the '88 Olympics. Yeah, it's very nice up in here. I always forget that this is here. I like to walk, as anybody that knows my videos will know that I love to walk, and it's most people are very nice and polite and what have you. I'm just going to add this for a friend of mine. I was just passed by 2 Lulus who refused to say hello, and delusional Lulus, either way, whatever. The guy I was chatting to as well, we both burst out laughing, so I don't think they appreciated that, so either way. Yeah, good grief people, yeah. But one thing I can tell you up in here, it's absolute profusion of wildflowers, absolutely everywhere. Now the weird thing is, people say, why is this hill so important, why is it a park and what have you? Well, at the end of the last ice age, this is one of the few areas around here that was ice free for most of the time. And there's a lot of springs in here too, there's a lot of natural springs in here, so there was water, there was good hunting in here because of the deer and what have you, or whatever was around at the time would have been up in here, bison probably as well, and it was ice free for most of the year, so that was the main reason. So I'm going to head back to where I'm parked, which is way the hell over that way, and that road you can see going across the top of there way in the distance, that Shaganappi Trail. So I'm going to head up back over that way. The trails and that behind me have just been searched, so that is good. Yeah, so I'm going to head back that way. It's filling up a bucket again. I've already done 1 bucket, and this is a little bit in the bottom of that one, so I will head that way and see if I can find some more garbage. I saw this young lady running across the top of the hills. She's running back that way. I just asked her if she got water with her, and she hadn't, so she's got some back in the car. So yeah, she's almost back. The parking lot's just up here, so that's good. I must admit, I would never venture out on here without water, to be quite honest. That's why at the beginning there, if you look at the beginning of my picture, somebody had actually left a little flat of water bottles there for people out searching, because it's very easy. You get up in here, I can tell you now, I've already drunk half a water bottle. I've already drunk half a litre of water up here, because you'll dry out real fast, and that sun will get you up here, I tell you. So if you come up here for a walk, not a bad idea to bring water with you. And I'm nearly back, yay. This hill is bigger than it looks, I tell you. Yeah, like I say, I think it's 17 kilometres all the way around. But, found a bunch of garbage, so that's good. In total, probably about 3/4 of a bucket, I guess, in total. So yeah. Right, now that lady went up that path back to the car. Interesting, because I've gone the other way before now. She obviously knows something I don't, so I will go that way as well, because I think, looking at the topography, I think that's actually going to be the shorter route, so I will go that way as well. Right, on I go, up the hill. So here I am, back at the beginning. I won't say the beginning, where I started. I didn't get close to going all the way around the park. A lot of it's closed off on the far side. So let's see on the map. Where did I go? I started here, went all up here, went all the way across the 14th, which is there, came all the way up to this parking lot, which is here. that's the tunnel. So I came all the way up this path here, because this is tarmac path, and there was a path that cut across to here, so I came up along to the top of here, along here, and back to where I am here now. Yeah, so as you can see, that's a considerable walk, so don't come up here without water. I say that young lady, she's up running and she didn't have water with her, so I would not recommend that. But yes, so that's that part of it done. The posters are still here, that's good. Stick that on there. I think the sticky's wearing out on that one. Right, one thing I will say to dog owners, look at this lot. I've got about 8 bags of dog crap that people have just put in bags and just left on the trail. Like, really? They're not coming back for them. It's very clear they're not coming back for them, so they've just dumped them there and leave it for somebody else to clean up. Right, so that's all that done. Way over in the distance over there, you can actually see the city now. It was all cloudy this morning, it was misty, you couldn't see it. So I'm going to call that it. It's another walk around the park. Did several things. Had a very nice walk. Picked up about a bucket full of garbage, I guess, in total. Met some very nice people. A couple of not so nice people, and yeah, I won't go into that. And had a good look round. I don't believe that young guy is up here anywhere. I honestly don't. I'm still convinced he's actually somewhere over near where he was last seen. So yeah, let's hope they find him. They may have already done so by the time I get home. Let's hope, hey? By the time I get home, then that'll be good. So achieved several things. Nice walk, picked up some garbage, met some nice people, made a video, and walked around a hill that I don't often use actually anymore. I don't know why, because it's not very far from where I live actually. So it only takes me about 10 minutes to get here. So yep, right, I'm going to head home. Thanks for coming along.